So, quick recap. We bought the boat in Oregon, we're back in California, now we just need to go up and get this show on the road. It's late in October and I'm actually gonna still try to get this boat down this year. So I've hired a captain and a crew. I'm planning on being part of that delivery crew with them. But our window is mid-November, that's just a few weeks away. So I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow and make the drive back up to Oregon and hit the decks and get this thing shipshape. Technically, I started driving up there before I even owned the boat because all the paperwork was still being processed, but I was so excited and I knew that by the time I got there later in the day, then the paperwork should be closed. Yeah, hey.
Hey, so what you're going to do is when you get here to the moorage, there's like a little metal roof that's over the sign.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clip an envelope with the key underneath that.
I'm gonna try to figure this out. Oh, no way. No way. Oh, there she is. Oh, yes, it worked. Just realized I left my suitcase out in the rain here. Oh, sweet, they have carts. The guy that owns this boat apparently wrote some cruising book, like Cruising Guide to the Northwest or something like that. So, he'll be a good person to talk to if I see him. Here it is. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Time to try to find the key here. Nice. There it is. Well, here is the glamorous moment. Getting on board for the first time in, oh my god, this is my boat. That's insane. The leak, looks like the leak has been fixed, hopefully. It's outside. Getting used to the boat, but totally loaded everything, and then I got my bike down there. I don't even know where the light switches are, so 100% of all of this will just be new to me. But yeah, let's start to figure shit out. So I spent the first night on the boat. I got the keys, and the next day I went on a sail around the Columbia River. So the former owner invited me to go sailing with him to kind of help learning the lines and figure the boat out. So that was really nice, and it really relaxed my fears as going from a 23-foot, 3,500-pound boat to a 40-and-a-half-foot, 20,000-pound boat was really daunting. So we went on a nice, easy loop around the Columbia River, just north of Portland, Oregon. All right, sailing the Columbia.
I'll say Helen's in the background.
All right. Yeah, this is a really nice day. River sailing. Yeah, wait, it is. Why have a sailboat? For these beautiful days. Beautiful times. Near the end of this sail, we experienced about a 28-knot sustained breeze, and the boat handled it really great. It was really great to be able to feel the boat under a good amount of breeze for the first time, and that really allayed my fears. All right, we're gonna try some docking. Very scary. I'm very scared. My deductible is $3,000.
Yeah, let's see if you can tuck in between those two doors. What you're going to want to do is you're going to come in at about a 30-degree angle. Think about my distance right now. Fine. And you see yourself getting too close to like you're going to hit the dock. Then you pull up on the collar, go to neutral, and wait for just a second. You don't want to just go straight from forward to reverse. Now you're aiming a little too sharp. You've got a lot of momentum. Well, now reverse. Not bad. Close. We're just practicing docking.
All right, you missed me docking it perfectly.
Go kill the engine anytime you want.
Oh, I see. Fuel?
You did it, man. Nice job. I'm holding her nose is going to turn.
So getting up to the boat and the first sail was amazing. However, there was one hiccup. Actually, it was the first of many issues that I ended up learning about on this boat. I had forgotten to run the engine full speed during the survey. It was really dumb of me. And yes, this shows how rushed I was during the whole process. But anyways, I did it during this sail, and there's a bit of a moment of silence as we realized the engine was overheating at anywhere over 3,000 RPMs. Now, it does get to hull speed, but it is in calm water. So it'll run for days at a time at 3,000 RPMs, but if I go any higher, then the overheat alarm comes on within about 1 minute. So, okay, one project to add to the very quickly growing list of projects. Okay, so I began to compile my list of projects, and because I'm me and I have ADD and I want every little thing to be perfect, I also had to do a few small fixes here and there. One of the first fixes was getting all the latches working so all the cabinets could stay closed. That kind of thing drives me nuts. So we got those fixed. All right, well, my first run to the store ran me only $314. So not even a third of a boat buck. So I was well on my way, but I had already hired a delivery captain and crew to do this voyage in 2 weeks. So let's start inspecting everything more carefully. I started doing a rigging inspection and I noticed something suspicious. Here's a picture of the backstay. The backstay. Well, all it does is hold the mast up. And here's the fitting at the bottom of the backstay. If you can't tell from the picture, that thing is cracked right through. For those of you who know about buying a sailboat, you'll know that during purchasing, you should do a rigging inspection. Well, I couldn't find an inspector to do one in the short amount of time that I was trying to get this done in. And not only that, I failed to inspect this rig very closely, like inspect every last little component. So I just straight up missed that, and it was something that we missed during the purchasing process. So chalk this and a lot of other things up to not only me being new at buying a boat of this size, but also being in a rush and being overwhelmed by emotion. So the rig is in danger of falling down at any time. Thankfully, it didn't fall down during that 28 knot sustained breeze that we had. But now the decision is this. Do I replace just the backstay, or do I replace the entire rig? Let's figure this out. Number one, the boat is a 1993. It's almost for sure original standing rigging because I would have been told if it was being replaced. That's something that people advertise. So 1993, 28-year-old rigging. Number two, I'm sailing down the coast of Oregon and Northern California. That adds up to number three. Yes, clearly we just need to replace this whole thing. Do you know what a boat buck is? A boat buck is simply $1 times 1,000. So I had set aside a good amount of boat bucks for refitting this boat, but still this is using up like a huge chunk of that money that I had set aside. So it definitely made me realize that yes, we have now firmly jumped through the rabbit hole. Furthermore, literally 1 week after I bought this boat, our biggest and #1 customer for my business, long story short, ended up cutting our profits in half, which effectively cuts my pay in half. Welcome to owning a business. So yeah, but I still got the boat. So at the end of the day, I was planning on re-rigging this in about a year. So this really just moves up that plan that I already have till now. But it's still a lot of money. Okay, so let's review what we need to do to get this thing shipshape and ready for our voyage. Inspect the standing rigging. Done. 2, inspect and clean the running rigging. Get the bilge dry and identify any leaks because it's gonna be pouring rain on the Oregon coast. And my strong belief is that whether it's a boat or a house, if it leaks, it's gonna 10x how quickly everything degrades. I don't think you ever save money by letting a structure leak, rot, or rust. Next, we need to get all the safety gear together. I bought a dinghy, so we need to get that on board. It's in California. And then we need to finalize the plan with the captain and crew. Okay guys, so another fix that I wanted to get to immediately was this cracked water intake hose. It runs from a sea strainer in the aft cabin to the engine. The project was mercifully easy since access to everything was so easy. One thing I learned about and still love about this boat is that I have access to all 4 sides of the engine, as you can see here. It's maybe the easiest access out of any boat, motorcycle, or vehicle engine I've ever worked on. And in the next episode, we'll see more since there's going to be projects galore. Okay, in our next episode, the boat almost sails away from me with nobody on board as I watch it. And we need to answer the question because now we're getting into mid-November. Can we get this thing back down to its real home base this year? It's peak season for my business and the business is going crazy. If I can't do this within 2 weeks, I don't know what's gonna happen. But I also gotta do everything I can to make it work. You know that this is a labor of love, so please subscribe if you like these videos, and I will see you soon.